Okay, now that we've flushed it properly, we're going to reattach the nipple. And to do that, we're going to screw it in simply until it doesn't leak. Once the pressure is placed back on it, we're going to, this is the nipple, this is the bottom end of the union, where the top end, when I switch it back over again and invert it, will attach. Okay, but we're going to use, even though it comes with a little bit of tape, this is actually a new union I put on, not the old one that came off because it was a little corroded. But you're going to want to put either some water tape that you can get at Home Depot, or something like this, which is called pipe dope. It's important that whatever you select is potable water compatible, meaning you can drink the water that it comes from. You don't want anything with lead in it. And this is a very good brand called Rector Seal. It's slow dry, soft set pipe thread sealant. It is for potable water. So, and here it is again. You can get that at Home Depot if you like pipe dope. If you like the tape, that's fine too. Just put enough of it on there and make sure that the direction of the tape is placed on the threads in the direction of clockwise turning. See, because you don't want the threads to grab the tape and have it come off. So essentially, if you're going this way, the edge of your tape should be facing this way, not facing that way, because you're going to be turning it that way and the tape's going to come off. You want it facing this way so it goes with the turn. Okay, you'll find out if that confuses you. You'll find out if you did it wrong because the tape will start coming off. Anyway, so we're going to put the sealant on and then tighten it up. Okay, so we have the pipe dope here, and we're going to put a little bit on the finger, like so. Okay, now all we're going to do is make sure that it is on and applied to the threads all the way around. It already has some sealant on there, but it's not really tape. I'm not sure what the factory put on there that is for sealant, but I like a little bit more because we really don't want a leak there, do we? Okay. So you see there's a thin layer because it's going to gather as you tighten the nipple into the hot water heater. The sealant is going to gather, so you don't have to really super saturate it, right? So there we are. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around. It's good. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top because this thing's not going to tighten all the way to the top. When I say all the way to the top, I mean all the way to this top. See, it's going to stop somewhere around there. And even if it does go close to the top, it's going to carry the sealant. As you tighten the threads, the sealant in the threads is going to travel upward, because it has to go somewhere. Okay. Okay. So here we have the okay. Sorry about this. Okay. This is the strap that held my expansion tank in place because I was using a shark bite. I'm going to replace that with a hard seal pipe. But in any event, we put this back in here and make sure not to cross thread it, meaning be very gentle as we're screwing it in. Okay. And we're going to get some resistance here, obviously. We're just going to keep screwing it in really nicely. Now, it's going to leak at this rate because it's not tight enough. So we're going to wind up tightening it more with the channel locks. Let me go get that. Now the channel locks can be, and here they are again, can be adjusted by sliding this thing like this or like this. in order to grab not the seal, not these things here, but the body of it. Now this is too small, so we're going to have to open it up a bit. Like that, and we're going to turn it. See? How tight? I don't know. Who knows, right? You don't want to over tighten anything. That looks good. Okay, now this has to be tightened too because that was on there. So we're not going to touch the threads because that's going to go on there. We're going to, again, use this. Open it up a little bit more. And you don't have to do this if you just took yours off. I replaced the nipple, so I replaced this piece. So it wasn't fully tightened. Okay, so if you notice in the video, when I tighten it, this isn't moving, only this one. At some point we'll be tight enough to where it'll either stop moving or everything will move. Okay. That's pretty good. Now, what happens if it's not tight enough? Well, when we reconnect everything and you turn on that main water spigot, okay, and it fills up again, and you turn off the valve in the house from the bathroom that you turned on to equalize the pressure, and it all fills up, then this thing is going to have pressure. In my case, it'll have 80 pounds per square inch of pressure. If either this or that in there is loose to the point where a proper seal isn't there, it will bubble out water. What do? Tighten it some more till it stops. That's basically the situation. So anyway, we're going to replace this. I'm not going to show you because I'm actually taking this thing apart. So I'm not going to show you everything about this. But basically, I put that back on top. You align it properly, and then you will take your pipe wrench, which again is this thing, this huge monster, and you put it on here, and you tighten it just like you did the other way, the other one. But with the unions, you don't need sealant. It has its own seal inside, plastic deal here. Ultimately, you probably can use sealant if you want to. I think it's a choice. Obviously, if it leaks, you use sealant, and then you tighten it up. And then you're done. You just, at that point, turn on that water back on by making this valve stem go in line parallel with the pipe. You turn on your gas. There it is, making it in parallel with the pipe, like this. Okay, and then you turn on your hot water heater. In our case, we would plug it back in, and then it should go right on, and everything, it'll start heating your water. Now, of course, you want to make sure that that thing is filled with water. The cold water spigot's on. The outgoing spigot has been turned off because you don't want all the water in the hot water heater to leave. So you're turning this one off. You're turning that one on. You're turning the gas on. You're turning the hot water heater on. And you should be good to go. Of course, turning off the bathroom valve that you turned on in order to, or that you opened in order to equalize the pressure. Anyway, if you have problems with your vapor sensor, it got wet, or it just went out for some reason, there's another video I have that talks about how to bypass temporarily that vapor sensor, flammable vapor sensor, and then you replace it once it comes in the mail, because you can't just go to Home Depot and get it. It takes 3 to 5 days. So that's why you want to temporarily bypass it, but be very careful, because it is a safety mechanism. It's like bypassing your seatbelt. You don't really want to do it, but if you have to get somewhere, you do what you have to do. But for a very temporary period of time, I'll cover that in the video as well. Anyway, thanks very much. Please hit like, and hope everything goes well with your radiator flushing.